What's up, All-Inners, and welcome to another episode of the All-In Podcast. Now, before we begin, I do have an exciting announcement. Your boys here have been working and talking behind the scenes, and we've actually met a great organization called Excellency Esports, and we've been talking to them for a little bit. Love what they're doing. In fact, Mitchell and Alastair actually play in the leagues there, and it's an amateur League of Legends organization, and they have league games, and it's really well done. And we kind of just got to talking and decided that it would be really cool if we partnered the All-In Podcast with this organization. So if you have a chance, and you haven't done so already, check out their Twitch channel, Excellency Esports. They stream their league games. I believe they do some scrims sometimes. They have a whole bunch of other content there, but trust me, you guys will be pleasantly surprised. And I say that because a lot of amateur content out there isn't the greatest, which, you know, it's amateur stuff. But I gotta admit, when I saw When Mitchell gave me their Twitch channel and their YouTube and I looked at it, I was blown away, and I jumped at the chance to be able to partner with them. And so you'll be seeing our show on their stream, and we'll be doing a lot of things together. So from now on, we are the All-In Podcast presented by Excellency Esports. And so we are very excited to move forward with that partnership. Now, let's get on with the show. I have, as always, the boys here, Kevin, Mitchell, Alastair, and we're here to recap the official week 1 of the LCS. The tournament's done, and so now this is kind of when it's really time to start making those games count, because everything is going to count now. There is no spring split, doesn't matter anymore. So week 1 is in the books, and I got to just kind of get your guys' initial reactions, thoughts on it, because, I think there were a few surprises there, especially after seeing some things in the tournament. Were some of your expectations from what you saw from the tournament, were they different, or were they met when you saw them in week 1? And so I'll give you just a quick example. TSM, for me, I thought they were okay. I knew they had some work to do in the lock-in tournament, from seeing them. And then seeing them in week 1, I realized they're actually a lot worse than I thought. And so that was not good for me as a TSM fan. So let me get your guys' thoughts on week 1.
Yeah, I think it was almost to expectation, except Team Liquid lost their first game. Team Liquid lost their first game. That was probably the biggest moment for me all weekend, especially because it was Alfari was kind of the reason why they were losing, and Alfari looked like the best player on their team besides maybe Core JJ. So yeah, I thought it was really impressive that they were taken down by a rookie in the top lane, and overall just a really rookie team.
Yeah.
New players and new faces everywhere on that team. And then I don't know. And then you saw Immortals kind of just look really bad later, and I was like, "This is so weird. What is going on?"
That's what we kind of thought was going to happen from Immortals, but they did surprise us. They surprised everyone, I think, in that game.
With that one game, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you guys, Alastair, Kevin? What you guys think? Week 1.
The first day there was a decent amount of upsets, but other than that, it was pretty what we expected.
Okay, cool. So none of y'all thought that TSM was going to be that bad, huh?
No, I thought TSM was going to be terrible.
I was trying
to be fair, we did.
Yeah, no, you're right. No.
To be fair, this is what happens when we all vote for TSM to go 3-0.
Yeah.
I think I remember commenting
I think we learned our lesson on that one.
Because it always hurts. Especially when we're all unilaterally voting. So I will say, definitely wasn't. I was surprised that Liquid lost, but after seeing them draft that Kennen, I was like, well, that's kind of greedy, isn't it? And then that's how it went. Oh. Definitely surprised at how bad TSM looked. They stumbled in the tournament. The lock-in tournament was all right, growing pains. They learned. That's fine. There were some moments where TSM looked good, so I was like, okay. I probably watched one of the worst LCS matches I've seen in a long time. It was entertaining, but for all the wrong reasons. In TSM versus CLG, man, that was something painful. I've never seen a team lose so many decision-making parts where everyone in the room who was watching the game with me were like, shouldn't they just TPM for Soul or not give up Soul Point when they're ahead 5k gold?
Oh,
so anyways,
Finn.
we can get into that game later, but oh my god.
Yeah, I'm crying a little bit.
TSM's the biggest upset for me. in the sense that like they just collapsed, even though they won a game. Strangely enough.
Yeah.
You know,
They
I
shouldn't
don't
have.
want to jump right into TSM because I know that's my team, and so I'm itching to talk about them, mainly bash them. But let's get to the actual good teams first, because I'm pretty sure that that's more exciting to talk about, just in the sense of, hey, these are the teams that are good. So, you know, topping the charts this week, you know, 3-0, the only two 3-0 teams, 100 Thieves and C9. I don't know about you guys, but for me, C9 looked way more impressive. 100 Thieves, their games, yes, they did win 3-0. They played weaker competition for sure, but also their games took way longer than it needed to be. Some of those wins were kind of like shaky, but they still got a 3-0, which is good, and they were one of the top teams of the lock-in tournament. Give me your thoughts first on 100 Thieves, because you know, we know C9 is going to be in the discussion. We already know they're going to be good, right? But 100 Thieves is this team that, again, is interesting to watch because they were good in the lock-in tournament. Most of them are from Golden Guardians, who was a promising team last year, and it seems like they're or it seems like the narrative is for them to be on the up and up and move into that upper echelon of teams. And so I'm watching them closely. What did you guys think of their games in week one? Do you think they're on the right trajectory? Obviously, you know, Demonte is a big talking point with the style of champions that he plays. So let me just give me your thoughts on what you thought about 100 Thieves' performance, and are they on the right track? What do they need to fix? What do they need to do to keep getting better?
I'll start. I think 100 Thieves, even though they did go 3-0, two of their wins were against Dragon Soul, weren't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty sketchy, man. If you're winning games against Dragon Soul, like on paper and in like normal analysis, you're like, you should have lost those games.
Yeah.
If the enemy team gets Dragon Soul, unless it's like one of those, you know, they give up all their gold league for Dragon Soul, right? But that wasn't the case, and it did feel like, honestly, Someday is looking kind of like an issue a little bit, right? Like,
Yeah.
Someday is not playing way better than we expected to Haunter, right?
Sure.
Haunter was like this guy who would always win lane and kind of like have a really shaky mid and late game, but still do damage and be effective and kind of be there for his team. Someday is kind of like almost irrelevant in these series, in my opinion. And honestly, surprisingly enough, Demonte, he pulled out the Orianna. He didn't look as bad as I thought he was going to look.
Yeah.
So I'm less worried about Demonte with his like not being on Galio and TF and you know the rise and stuff, and actually more worried about Someday. Weirdly enough.
Yeah,
So
that is interesting. Well, before I say anything, you guys got any takes there, Kevin, Alistair?
Yeah, I think to tag onto the Demonte point, I think Demonte also had a pretty dang good Syndra game. So
yeah.
I think he wasn't like, at least his champ pull issues as of that week aren't that bad. I will say that not all 3-0s are made equally, and I actually think C9's schedule is much easier. They played against what was it, Golden Guardians. They played against TSM.
Golden Guardians,
TSM.
What are you talking about? It's a hard competition.
Immortals. Golden Guardians, TSM, and Immortals.
Okay,
like
yeah,
I would say the
that's true.
EG victory is worth way more than
Sure.
like any
You're right
TSM
about that,
or Immortals
yeah.
combined. So
Absolutely.
like the fact I think that strangely enough, the only major thing they need to do is play like they did in the lock-in tournament. They were making some really sloppy plays, like trying to dive top and failing, and then top bot and failing.
Yeah.
It was just strange because like I feel like they were pretty methodical. Like there was all these really good TP 4-man, 3-man plays being for dives, and like during the lock-in tournament, they looked like a real threat. They looked like they were treating this like what we thought they would treat the lock-in tournament. So
yeah.
I'm not super concerned, except for the Sunday point. I agree. It's very strange that he was playing that poorly.
Yeah.
But they did win.
Yeah, they
despite all
won.
the odds.
That's good.
So
I just hope Someday isn't like, you know, checking out. Now that he has a good team, he's like, oh, I don't have to hard carry. Like, it did feel like when he's on bad teams, like he went into this sort of like transcendent god mode where he's like, I'm just dumpstering lane, I'm fighting these crazy picks, I'm team fighting like a god, and now he's kind of like not doing anything.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It could be a number of things. We don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. You know, could just be maybe he's getting worse. You know, that happens. I don't know. I don't want to say that that's the case, but I do want to highlight what you said, Mitchell, about Demonte being on, you know, control mages pretty much, because every game the other teams banned his TF or Galio.
Yep.
And, I was expecting him to maybe try to get Rise again and play more of these roaming mid laner style champs. But he played, Syndra, he played Orianna. And, all things considered, they still got the win. I mean, were they the best performances on those champs? Probably not. But the fact that they were still able to pull out wins, even though they weren't necessarily the cleanest and there were mistakes, I think that's an okay sign, the fact that he could do that. And if he can develop in that style, who knows, maybe he'll
hope
draw
so, man.
more pressure.
Yeah, I hope so. Any thoughts, Alistair? What do you think of 100 Thieves?
I think I still think early on they're going to stay one of the stronger teams, but I do think they are eventually going to fall off towards the end of the season. I'm not convinced yet. I mean, obviously Worlds is a long way away, but I still don't know if they're going to stay a top 3 team the entire year.
Yeah, it's a long time to stay top 3, right? Yeah.
I mean, just because the meta is going to change away from Demonte, and we've seen what happens when it's not a roaming supportive style. And like I said before, we were going into the lock-in tournament, where they're going to do well just because they have pre-existing synergy, but eventually they're going to get past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to think like who would take their spot then for third. I mean, you got possibly Evil Geniuses. Maybe.
Don't say it, League Dad.
I'm not saying TSM. Hey, no. Look, I know it's only week 1, but
don't say it.
My word. No, I definitely don't think it's TSM. I think, I don't know. I really don't know who else. Maybe FlyQuest? I don't know.
Yeah, I think FlyQuest can. I think FlyQuest.
I mean,
is
I think there's upside. Yeah, I do think they'll get better. So I'm trying to think like, because I know top 3. That's top tier team. If not 100 Thieves, I'm trying to see who else could possibly be there. And the only 2 right now that I see, just based on what I've seen, is maybe EG or FlyQuest. So
I can see Immortals.
Really?
Yeah, I like Immortals. I mean, they had that really pop-off game against Team Liquid, and then they kind of didn't do so well after. But like, when they like try really, really hard and they put everything on the line, like, you kind of see these with teams, right? They go all in to beat the top team, and then they kind of like didn't prepare as much, or they had a bit of an ego, and then the next 2 games don't go as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at Xerxes in their game against Cloud9,
Ooh,
he thought he was better than Blabber, and he was not. He was not better than Blabber at all.
He got outplayed.
He got outplayed so hard, just in a micro level, right? And so, if you're like not being a dumbass, or if you're not being a dum-dum.
Hey, by the way, disclaimer, we are trying not to curse anymore, and it's very hard. We need to have like a curse jar or something.
Yeah, a coin jar. Yeah.
We need the curse jar, but it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I can get a bleep sound or something.
Get a beep.
Bleep. Okay.
Yeah. I'll continue. Like, Xerxes never makes the play that he did. Everyone, you guys all remember the play, right? He's on Lilia, Blabber's on Talia. Talia just spaces him so well, like out mechanic, right?
Oh yeah.
And Xerxes never makes that play if he's just trying his best. You never make that play if this is like a playoff match or something. You never make that play. Oh. So
I really don't know what he was doing after he missed all of his shots. He just
he definitely could have won that fight if he hit like
anything
2 more shots.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I was like, wow, he actually. I mean, Blabber outplayed, but there comes a certain point when Lilia has more of the control of that fight. Her movement speed's so much higher.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he had the first go. He had he had the first opportunity because he took the blue buff. He had like first go. He missed his first E.
Mana.
He had mana. He missed all his E's. He missed his Q. Like, he flashed away instead of flashing behind and maybe landing the Q. Like, there's so many options for him to win that 1v1.
Yeah.
And then he screwed over his top laner, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. Oh my god.
Immediately, Revenge dies. Obviously, Revenge could have played it better, but it's like,
so sad.
Yeah.
So
Talia
sad.
kill lane.
Well, let's talk about then, since we're talking about that play, let's move into Cloud9, the other 3-0 team.
Cloud9.
Blabber is playing out his mind. Come on, Kevin. You admit that, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right. So he is killing it right now. It's 1 week But man, speaking of that game, he went 10-1-8, absolutely steamrolled that game from the beginning. It was pretty much GG after like 4 minutes. I don't even know what the timer was, but I mean, not just him. I mean, it seems like that team, even Fudge, seemed to play decently well. So
yeah. All you Fudge haters out there, I mean, he's still not playing amazingly, but he's playing pretty well. He's playing very, very coordinated at the very least, right?
Mm-hmm.
More you can say than for other top laners who's supposed to be really good.
Yep.
He's playing very with his team, and I just think that's like, it's so good to see from a rookie, right?
Yeah.
So I'm proud of Fudge.
Yep. What do you guys think about Cloud9? You liking the way Sven's playing there week 1, Alastair? If you guys don't know...
I mean, he's been doing really well this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great, man. And I don't know, this team seems to be firing on all cylinders. Even Perks, I know we've been ragging on him, seem to do okay. Now, they did have a pretty easy schedule. I think TSM on paper looked like it should have been something, but obviously that didn't happen at all. So right now C9 is just looking like they had an easy schedule and they're pretty much dominating as they should be. So I think it'll be interesting.
They played 3 of the 4 worst teams.
Yeah when it's all panned out.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
They did.
When they play real competition, if they still continue, and then like I can be sold on it. It's just
I'm sold on it
C9's
too.
MO.
Yeah. I also think C9
they're
like
good at beating worse teams.
They're very good at beating worse teams. That's so good. And also like when they have like a new roster like this, it's like beating worse teams and just getting it over with and like having clean games and stuff is like such a ego boost, right? It's like a confidence for your like Perks who's been getting harassed on Twitter, Fudge is getting harassed on Twitter. They come out 3-0. Doesn't matter who you beat, right? If you win, it's just gonna feel good. And I think like Alastair can attest to this. Some like Kevin and we can attest to this too. Like being on a team, it doesn't matter if you're like good or bad, but like if the morale isn't there, like it can actually have a real effect on performance. So I have high hopes for Cloud9 just for like starting off well. So
yeah, absolutely.
A win's a win.
A win's a win. Now, since we talked about the top, 2 teams there, let's go to Team Liquid and Evil Geniuses just for a second. Honestly, I think we expected Team Liquid to go 3-0. That the Immortals game they did lose, but none of us predicted that one.
Nope.
So we'll call that a oopsie. And Tactical and Core definitely
it was
played.
Nigo.
Yeah, they played pretty bad. But I mean, all things considered, even though they did lose, I think EG's games were probably, slightly higher on the difficulty scale because they ended up playing, let's see who they played. They played 100 Thieves, FlyQuest, Golden Guardians. So decent teams. They did lose to 100 Thieves, but they won against FlyQuest. I mean, I think EG is still a team that, for me, I always kind of thought they were pretty good on paper beforehand. I always kind of valued them high. And I still think that. Are you guys... as confident as I am with that team, or Mitchell shaking his head no.
Nope.
So I want to get your thoughts on that because I actually think that they could possibly be top 3. So
I don't.
Okay.
Maybe for a while they could make a run and be in the top for like a good minute and like fool everybody. But this team to me screams like we're really good individually and mechanically, but like we don't play together. We just kind of run in. God, I don't know. Like when I watch their top side, it's like they're all just doing their own thing, and like when they win, it's because they're outskilling them, and when they lose, it's like because they lost with Soul, right, against 100 Thieves.
that's true.
Like, how do you do that when you have such good players? I don't understand. They're just bad coordination. I don't. Maybe their coordination gets better. I don't see it. I'm out. I'm jumping ship.
That is something though that they can. I mean, to me, wouldn't you want like talented players because it's not like you can. I mean, some people do get talented during the course of the season, but I think, at least in my opinion, I feel like it's an easier or a quicker problem to solve as far as getting better on a team synergy based thing because that's something you can do
with already
coaching.
Individual skill.
Yeah, with already individual skill, and now it's a matter of coaching, bringing that together. VOD reviews, etc.
You think, right? But history kind of shows that never really happens. Like a lot of teams, especially in recent times of League, it's the sum of the parts that matter than the actual just individuals. Like I like Fudge because he's not the best individual player, but he plays with his team really well. and maybe that's just personal preference, but like,
Well, and his
I
team
don't
is
know.
also really good.
His team is also really good. It's true. It's true.
It's
Like,
not-
it's a bit cheating.
Yeah. No, I
But-
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, do you guys remember
enough.
Misfits from
Oh, yeah.
2018 or 2019? The superstar roster with like Soaz and Maxlor and all these people, and like they were all insane individually. Some of the best in their roles. They
Yeah.
were terrible. They were terrible because they're just monkeys. So
True. Okay.
I'm not a fan of the super team. EG feels like a budget super team, right? And I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. Yeah.
That's a pretty cleverly labeled team. I like that. Budget super team. I think that's a fair assessment. All right, what are you guys' thoughts on EG, Alastair or Kevin? What do you guys think?
EG
Settle
to
the
me
debate
is
here.
Like, they're like a better CLG. They're like CLG with younger players.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like the infrastructure isn't where it needs to be, but they just have good players.
Yeah.
And that carries them through
Fair enough.
like
Yeah.
some games they shouldn't win.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what
Oh,
EG is
better
to me.
CLG.
I mean, I feel like that's what TSM has been for a while. Like,
Also that
honestly,
too.
like just better players, and they just somehow end up winning because they had better players. But fair enough. I mean, Kevin, are you on that same line that they just have good enough players that they can squeeze out some of these wins?
Yeah, I think I'm on that line. Long story short, it's typically teams can gel like we saw how Golden Guardian there's 100 these guys gelled more and more,
Mhm.
but that team had less proven talent than this one does. This one just has, if you have 4 veterans out of 5, and then definitely who's almost a veteran on your team, and you still can't gel after this long, it's a big problem. Because
Yeah.
they just have so much experience. Like Sensuke and Shizuki, like all these guys have like been. Some of them have been to Worlds.
a while,
like,
yeah.
if they can't play
Impact
together in
won
any LCS,
Worlds.
Yeah.
Impact won
Impact's a
Worlds.
world
and he's been to
champion.
Worlds
Man, I
multiple.
still almost I almost forget that sometimes. You're right.
Yeah, he
World
won-
champion,
I
by
mean,
the way.
He's still
world
he's
champion.
still good. Like a lot of them just make great plays. Like apparently Shizuki had like some of the lowest average deaths and like some of the best kills,
Yeah.
highest kill numbers during the lock-in tournament. Not
Yeah.
this week per se. That's all impressive, but the EG staff hasn't been proven to be able to make like gold out of nothing. They've had decent rosters a lot of times, and they've been like in the cusp of top 4, top 3. They've even got second once. Or
Yeah,
was
they
it
got
third
second
once?
in regular season and third in
Yes.
playoffs
Yeah.
during
Yes, behind
last year.
FlyQuest.
Yeah.
And like
Um,
that's the thing. Like so that if this staff hasn't changed that much, I don't see a huge upside. But the problem is they're also heir apparent for third. Long story
Yeah.
short, we don't have a more compelling third place candidate right now. Because
Yeah.
we have a lot of teams that are pretty exciting who can take
100
games off
Thieves.
each other and actually be good.
Yeah,
100
I mean,
Thieves
100
third.
Thieves.
I
yeah.
thought we were saying 100 Thieves were going to fall
Well,
off.
that's
I thought
that's
I mean, that's what they said.
that's what Alistair was saying.
Yeah, that's in the
Oh,
future.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
fine.
Like
Right
going to
now it's
Worlds, who's
100
our third
Thieves.
place
Yeah.
team?
Yeah.
I don't know
I-
who the third place team going to Worlds is. So
Yeah.
if it's
I
not
have
100 Thieves, it
faith.
would be EG.
Yeah, I agree. If it's not 100 Thieves, it will be AG. I do think
Right.
100 Thieves is just going to be better than EG at the end of things. Because
Hmm.
I think a big
I'm not
point that
sure
you
which
brought
one
up
it'll be.
that should be brought up more is just like staff and like management and
Yeah.
like organization and
That makes
stuff.
a big
I actually
difference.
do have some decent faith in 100 Thieves management. When they started like what's the right word without cursing? Like pooping the bed.
There it is.
Running it
they
would have been a good one.
Running it, there you go. They've subbed in fake God and Saligo just to get him practice, right? Remember that Bang roster that got 10th place? They're like, okay, screw this. We're not gonna get to playoffs. We're not gonna get to Worlds. Let's sub in some rookies and give them some experience. Whereas EG, when they started struggling, they subbed in Huni and Golden Glue, man.
Yeah.
Did we all forget that? That was terrible.
No, I did
Oh,
not forget
God,
that.
that was painful.
Yeah, that was painful.
So,
All right. Well, I mean, I think all of you guys make fair points. I think I agree with your assessments. Budget super team, good players, very lackluster as far as the synergy and the coordination goes. But we'll see if they can get that together. That's kind of the story, right? If they do, then they do get better. If they don't, then we see them kind of teetering, between 4th, 5th, maybe 3rd. But I don't know if it'd be enough to pull out a win here. Let's move on to. Does you guys have anything to say about Team Liquid before I'm going to talk about TSM because we have to bash them? But anything about Team Liquid? Because look, they're good still. They lost a game, yes.
Yeah.
But anything out of the norm besides the fact that they're good. That you guys want to
They're
talk about?
clearly first timing Sen and Top Kench. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
The
First time
ego
7-10 punch,
draft.
they blind pick
I-
Kennen. Like, I'm okay with ego drafts if it's not like a playoff game. And,
Yeah,
I think they're literally like, we know we can beat a lot of these teams. So against the teams, it's very clear when they're against a team or in a position where they know they should be winning, they just like pick whatever and limit tests. Like,
Yeah.
just like that game 3 draft at lock-in.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, and I mean,
There's not
I
much
agree.
else to say.
I agree with you
They're
guys,
good.
and that's
I think
why
they're the best
I
team still.
basically, I basically just wanted to, see if there was anything different that we haven't already seen or said about them. Now let's go to what I think was probably the biggest, and I'm not just saying this as a fan, but I think biggest like letdown of expectation, because I don't think anybody expected TSM to be good, but no, I don't know if anybody expected them to be this bad. I mean, they really, really looked bad in their games, all of them. Like they just looked terrible from drafts to individual mechanic plays to just no synergy, no plan. We've been saying this over and over again. And I kind of want to lead this off with a tweet that LS made, because I think for me, I agree with it. I think he summed it up pretty well. So bear with me for a second, because I'm going to read it and then I'm going to get your guys' take on what he says, whether you agree, disagree, all that stuff. But here's what he said. He said, TSM are quite literally a bottom tier team at the moment, and there's no easy fixing it, especially not with 5 weeks left. Their laning phases, overall individual gameplay ideas, player by player, and drafting are all insanely bad. This is several times now that they got away with stealing the Mona Lisa. They've consistently been in losing positions and game states for a long time. Reminds me of summer where they also committed robberies, mostly on the back of Bjergsen. That's what I believe to win games. Reason I'm doubtful they can improve is because how can they, realistically? Intent is absent in their gameplay. Yes, no game plan. Intent is where you would see coaching or other things take effect, and yet it's nowhere to be found. They look similar to earlier versions of TSM, just with a now worse roster and without Bjergsen to save them. I'm not optimistic anything can change, because my perception is that Bjergsen has always been the coach anyway, and it's unfair to blame him because he's put in an impossible position, in my opinion. He never had anyone help him, so how can he be expected to know what to do to fix such issues? He was NA's by far and away best player for so long and carried so many iterations of the team on his back through sheer power of his gameplay and finding wins where they shouldn't belong. He's absent, but the foundational problems that plague the team regrow like nature overgrowing a city.
Wow, man.
I really think that take is spot on, because I think it sums up what we've even been saying. There's a fundamental problem in TSM's organization, and it starts from even beyond the team itself. It's in the organization. There's something about the culture or even the way they look at the game that I think is fundamentally wrong and off. And he says it right. Like, I think they just found ways to win somehow, but they've never looked good. They've always just kind of found the way, whether it's through Bjergsen's will or what. And I think he's
double
right.
lift, yeah.
Yeah, double lift. But I think even now as a coach, you're right, because he's never really known how to fix the problem, because they've been the same people over and over. If you have no change in there, no breath of fresh air, you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that's exactly what we're seeing.
Well, they got 4 new players who, for some reason, are completely irrelevant. So they should have gotten a breath of fresh air, right? But these 4 players are completely useless. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I think it was supposed to be Sword Art, right? Sword Art is Mithy and Yellow Star. That's what it's looking like, right? He comes off a great performance from his previous team, shot calling, decent mechanics, roam god, and he just looks like doo-doo. He looks really bad. Sort of looks really bad.
I'd like to venture a theory that hasn't been probably put forward before. We've been joking for a while. I think the community in general has been joking for a while that TSM's the place junglers go to die. I actually would think that TSM's the place that supports go to die.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Spicy.
So because like there's junglers like Santorin and Scarin, like there are junglers who are like, yeah, they have had some bad games, yeah, Spica, but like they either go on to do well elsewhere, like in EU or on a different team, or in Spica's case, they grow. In the case of the supports, how many greats have been destroyed by TSM? Mithy's career is gone. Yellow Star's career is gone.
Oh,
Star's not there yet. I mean, it's still early, but like his legacy,
Biofrost.
His stock is dropping as fast as other stocks out there
To
right
be
now.
fair,
So
He wasn't like
Bifrost was good on TSM
Yeah.
and then inted on CLG. So
yes,
Yeah,
Bifrost
that's
is
true.
probably the exception. But I'm
TSM is
talking about
like
like
the
all-time
opposite of
greats
Cloud9.
coming in and then getting nuked. That's the problem. Like, I don't know if it's a coincidence at this point. Myth and Yellowstar were known shot callers, known quantities, great resumes, great consistency. So was, to some extent, so Sordar. I mean, you could at least argue he probably isn't a native English speaker, but his English is quite decent from what I've heard in the interviews. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like, he's been in Flash. He's been playing since like season 3 minimum at a high
Yep.
level, right?
Yeah.
And he's gone through us so many times and performed so many times against like SKT, and then he comes to NA, and for some reason his talent's all gone. Same with PoE actually.
Yeah.
Been consistent forever. Comes to TSM and his talent's all gone. I don't think it's just the player's fault. There's
I don't
got to
think
be
so
No,
some
I don't think so either.
extreme interpreter issue. And I
And
just
then-
don't know where it's from now.
But that's what I was saying. Like, to me, again, like you have so much. I don't want to say nepotism, but that's to me what it feels like. Like, yes, Bjergsen has a huge stake in the organization. He is the organization, but you also have people like Parth who's in there, and other people on their staff that have been there for I think way too long. And I honestly think that TSM used to be, I felt like when Reggie was really at the reins of things, I feel like TSM was a place where it didn't matter if they were friends or had a good off, the rift relationship. They did what they needed to be done to make sure the team was good. And I think it's the opposite now, honestly. I think with just kind of like, I feel like there's a lot of nepotism in a sense that I think they're friends with each other. I think that their culture there is that they keep the same people over and over again for whatever reason. But if you were to go off performances sake, and we're measuring off performances, I guess you could argue that they did win last split. But I think all of us can agree that when watching them, it just for as many years as we've been watching, it just never seems like they've actually been improving as a team. So that's my thought on it. And I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to add? Agree, disagree? I mean, I think, again, I'm not blaming it on the players. Obviously, they can grow some way, but I am fully putting this on TSM as an organization. I think they need major changes from the top down, honestly. And I hate to say it because I love Bjergsen, but he might be part of the problem. I think just fundamentally and game. You guys are shaking your heads, but hear me out. I think.
No, we're shaking our heads like, oh, really?
Yeah, I think because again, I was watching Double List, for example, co-stream the game between them and CLG. And
God!
And one thing, yeah, no, it's already cringe, like to just see him watching this game. But
It's so
he
painful.
saw even from the draft, like, why are they letting Udyr get through? Like,
I was gonna say it. Yeah.
I don't understand. That's fundamentally a coaching problem. Why do they keep letting Udyr go through? And again, what is Bjerg seeing? Like, whatever his approach to the game is, it's not working. And like LS's tweet alluded to, he's essentially been the unofficial coach anyway. So if TSM has not been playing well, or I felt like they've had bad drafts, or they haven't been attacking the meta properly, then I think Bjerg might be the problem. First as a player, now as a coach, only this time he can't actually carry them on the Rift.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, go ahead, Alastair.
I mean, you have to look at the constants, right? Bjergsen's been there the whole time, and even with players coming in and going, he's still there when the problems are all there. And sure, he's also been there on the upsides, but as of late, when it's just been mainly downsides, it's him and Parth who they're the only ones who really stay around. And you kind of have to look at that. You can't just, oh, it's not their fault. They're just picking the wrong players to play for the team. That's not how it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't consistently make the same wrong decision over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that Bjergsen is an insane player, but I guess he can't coach. Like, he can't draft.
Not for everyone.
I mean, TSM has always had drafting problems too, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it could be Bjergsen
And again,
too,
even if he wasn't the actual titled coach in the past few splits, he's had say in the drafts, and it just never has looked good.
he's just such a good player that it's
He
like it's so
is.
hard to fault him. You know what I
It
mean?
really
But
is. I
it's
agree.
so hard to fault him. If you're a TSM fan, if you're a North American fan,
Yep.
he's probably with him and Double the two best players who have ever touched, NA. And
And
yeah,
from
I
what I
mean,
hear, a great teammate too. Like he's not like
yeah.
he's a likable guy. That's the thing. Like I really do
Mhm.
think that all of those things is maybe what's actually hindering TSM is that he's just I think actually just probably wrong at his approach at the game and how to win it at this stage right
Yeah.
now. So
Here's
I mean,
Here's
I've been saying
something.
this since the beginning of time. Like even when it wasn't popular as an opinion, like
Yeah.
it's you see in sports all the time. Super good prodigies who are like really good at what they do are usually not good at teaching because they. For Bjergsen, when something goes wrong, he says, "I'm going to work harder. I'm going to grind like
yeah,
10
I'm gonna
extra
get
hours."
yep.
But as a coach, you can't
That's
force
not gonna
players to
help.
do that
Yeah.
productively.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they don't want to grind, it's not good. It's not good grinding. Yeah.
And this is maybe a little bit off, maybe digging a little too deep, but I honestly think that look, I think they had a hard time. Whatever they say, oh, we wanted sword art or whatever. I honestly think they've had a hard time actually attracting people to the organization.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I mean, again, like I feel like they've whatever is some of it like may has been rumors or true. I don't know what the truth is to it, but I feel like they'd been courting players and just nobody was coming. Like and
I
they just say
mean,
this is who we wanted. Really? I mean, I get Hooney is a resident, right? So that helps, but
they didn't want Hooney,
come
man.
on, man. Like,
They did not want Hooney.
yeah,
They wanted
like
Licorice or Impact.
exactly.
Don't lie to me. Do not lie to me. I know
Yeah.
you wanted Impact.
Exactly. No, I
Oh my
agree. And
goodness.
so again, I might be reaching a little bit, but again, when I myself am saying that I think there's much deeper problems within the organization, I think, kind of the proof of it is that people don't kind of want to go there right now. Right? So I
Yeah.
don't know.
I want to make
I
this
would
point.
disagree actually, but go ahead
Okay.
first.
Okay, just a quick point. Who do you guys know who is number 2 on the solo queue ladder right now?
I mean, it's sword art, isn't it?
It's Sword Art.
Yeah.
Sword Art is not a bad player,
No.
guys. Sword Art is an insanely good, both mechanically and like cerebral player.
Sure.
Yet when he gets on stage, he looks terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that just screams to me coaching. There's no way that he's not good enough to just dumpster NA.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good, but
Yeah.
for some reason, when he's on TSM and he's in a game, the comms are probably like he's the sole initiator. You have to initiate now. Go, go, go. Get him. Flash, engage. He's just like, I don't see it. This does not look like a good engage. I want to make the
Mhm.
call, right?
Yeah.
And it's like he's forced. So you see him make all these monkey calls, get caught out, be in weird
Mhm.
positions. Like
Yeah,
he's just not on the same page as his
questionable
team.
things happening. Yeah,
He's laning
absolutely.
badly. Like it's not him. It's the coaching. It's the culture. It's the summation of the players together are worse than they are individually.
Yeah,
I actually
that's
think
that's a good point.
yeah.
Absolutely. All right,
Yeah.
what did you have to say, Kevin? You said you disagreed with teams players not wanting to go to the organization.
Yeah, I would say PoE was a hot commodity coming off of his last split. He
Yeah.
and some other key figures in FlyQuest like really made that org get double second place. That's not a small deal. No org has broken into that like top 2 position in a row in the history of LCS since like 2015, I think. Like 100
Yeah,
Thieves got
CLG.
1 second, and there's all C9. Okay, well, CLG, but they were sorry. Since after the CLG era, it was always C9, TSM, TL. They were
Yep.
just always like trading spots, right? PoE is no small part of that. That guy has been the reason why Bjergsen's not just like 100% the GOAT of NA. I mean, he probably might be, but like, my point is like, you got Sword Art, who just came off a team with 2 rookies basically, and Bin and
Huan Feng.
Or not, their bot lane AD carries.
Huan Feng.
Huan Feng. Yeah.
Yeah, Huan Feng. And then they also had S11. Like that team was crazy. That team has so much upside.
Yeah.
And he got off that team despite getting to World Finals with that team being on like Ben being his first year professional. Like that's crazy. Going to TSM was not like something. I'm pretty sure that there was a lot of attractiveness to the TSM offer for him to go. I mean, also the money was big, but
money's a powerful thing, man.
Getting Sword Art, if you had Sword Art PoE, and I think that Sword Art came over with the idea that Double was on the team. I honestly think that's the biggest selling point. He was like for anyone who's actually started playing the game since season 1 or 2, like Double was like considered one of the best players out there after season 2 when he switched to AD carry. And like when we didn't have other servers, like you literally played an NA and got your butt kicked by Double and Reggie and Tasha and stuff like that. So like I think TSM still has attractiveness. I have no idea how Huni happened. That's blows my mind why Huni's on the team. But I don't think it's the attractiveness problem. Like TSM still keeps on getting good players. They just aren't doing anything with
I think
them.
they could get better players.
With some
they
of
could
them.
get they could get better. I think there's a difference between how attractive they are and how like they didn't get perks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is they're not unattractive.
But
they're just
even
no
their
longer
ADC,
the top
like,
dog.
Yeah, the top one. Yeah.
Not saying I don't want to like bash on Lost, but I don't know. Like,
I mean, Lost isn't good.
He's
right?
not good. That's what I'm saying.
He has more room to grow because he's so young and new, but he's not good.
Exactly.
You can't like. He's just not like.
He could be a Spica. Spica was exactly in this position last time. We saw we were flaming him like
20-minute roster
of his matches.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. All right, well, that's enough of the TSM bashing. My heart can't take anymore.
my favorite session.
Come on, I know you love it. Okay, whatever. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the upcoming patch, all right? Because 11.3 is coming out.
Screw CLG. I don't want to talk about them either.
Well, I will say just one quick thing, because I did want to point this out, but we were running out of time. RGS, okay, Poe Belter bench. RGS made a pretty good debut. I'm not going to lie.
He actually looked fine.
He looked really good. So I just want to say that real quick.
RJS is Deus.
Yeah, he's Deuce.
Okay, he's Deuce.
He's dropped the
he's Deuce. Oh,
he's
man,
top
I wish he
laner.
kept his name. All right, well, he loses a point for changing his name because I like the name.
You know why he
Deuce.
changed his name? Because everyone's making jokes.
Come on, man. Be proud of it. Anyways, quick note on that. Just wanted to give props to him. Hey, I'm proud of you, RGS, or Deuce, as I will call you from now on. But moving on, let's talk about 11.3 because there are going to be some big changes, especially in the junglers. So what are your guys' thoughts as teams transition now to the new patch? Do you think we'll still see Talia Olaf?
No.
I mean, Udyr still looks like he'll be all right, but
Udyr is going to be the best jungler on the patch by far. No contestation. He was already considered maybe the best jungler. I think two big picks that will almost entirely drop off. You'll still see him, maybe. But Olaf and Pantheon. Olaf and Pantheon
absolutely
are going to drop off the ban list, and they might not even be picked. They could go through. I think they could still see picked, especially if like Udyr and Talia get banned.
For sure.
Olaf is for sure, and Pantheon I think is gone from the jungle. You might see Pantheon mid or top or something or support, but he's gone from the jungle. Pantheon cannot jungle anymore. Olaf is a solid like 5 to 10 seconds slower and clear. All of his items got nerfed. This is the Gore Drinker nerf, guys. This is a massive patch. Massive patch. Talia is actually still fine. Talia is a bit worse, but still fine. She'll still play.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, I could see that. I wonder what other junglers may come about now, though, that we don't see. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Graves.
Anybody know? Anybody know what I'm doing?
Are you doing Cassiopeia jungle?
No.
I was like, what?
Elise.
No.
I keep thinking Twin Fangs, man.
Are you having a stroke?
Is it Kha'Zix?
It's Skarner, guys. It's Skarner.
That's your Skarner?
He's got a stinger. He's got
I'm really. If you're listening to the podcast right now on audio only, you're lucky.
You guys are lucky. That
missing out.
impression was
Mitchell had a stroke
level.
live on stream.
Yikes.
I'm fine, guys.
Jokes, impressions aside, I actually think that might be a good point. I mean, Chemtank's still pretty strong. Skarner's always been one of those champs just annoying to play against because you got to pay the QSS tax. But
Where's Smithy?
Where's Smithy? True. Oh my God, Smithy meta. Yeah. Actually, wait, he would be
This is actually his meta.
This is Smithy meta.
Literally his meta.
Oh my God,
super high
11.4?
mechanical junglers that just are really high tempo, not a lot of buttons. Like, dude, this is
a lot of clear, just perma farming.
Ivern, Skarner, Udyr. Smithy would actually be the best jungler.
J4 and Sejuani are coming back too, probably because of the 11.4 is the wave patch after.
Yeah,
but the jungle XP nerfs.
Yep.
Like, this is XP meta, guys. Bring it back. Oh my God, CLG
He'd-
needs a new
he'd Still
jungler.
be top 4, top 5, even right now, without the meta changing in his favor. Like
Yeah,
I get it.
I think he's
get
great.
it. You
I don't
want
care.
a hardworking jungler, but I just want a good jungler.
I don't.
That's
I
all
don't want a
want.
hardworking jungler. I just want to win,
Yeah.
man. I don't care how you do it.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I mean, there's some other like item changes. We talked about Gore Drinker. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that looks. I mean, Sterix Gauge is getting a nerf.
So the unholy trinity of what is it? Sterix, Gore Drinker, and Deadman's all got
Deadman's
nerfed.
all getting
So
nerfed.
all of those meta like champions that are like Renekton, Aatrox, yeah, Kane, Olaf, who all built these items, they all took a nosedive, big nosedive.
I'm okay with that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a little too much healing in a sense that you just can't get their health bars down, man. They just heal so freaking much. So I mean, I think it may be a good direction for the game, but I don't know. We'll see. Any other thoughts on the patch and what you think we might see coming up this week?
More Ezreal,
Okay.
more Jinx,
Okay, Jinx is getting a buff, right?
and
That buff is huge.
yeah,
on
Jinx got a
dude.
pretty
Holy
solid
crap.
buff, and
That's
Silas.
interesting.
Silas.
Silas,
Yeah.
3 big
I can see
buffs.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's
You are failing to mention the thing that we all know I'm an expert in. It is called
Gosh.
Moonstone meta, the Moonstaff meta. It will be in full effect, guys. What was Gore Drinker, right? Let's take a moment to think about what is Gore Drinker. Gore Drinker is an unholy amount of healing, right?
Yeah.
Like tanky stats in the form of being a bruiser and healing. It's getting nerfed. What is Moonstone? Moonstone is just extra healing, extra healing. It's basically the same thing with a different item and different comps. Now that Gore Drinker is going down in the stock market, Moonstone is going to go right up in the stock market. All right, we're going to start seeing Karma. She's getting a buff. We're going to start seeing
Yeah.
Jinx and Ivern because they're buffing up a carry. We're going to see still Udyr and Skarner getting buffed up. We're going to see, even though
Kog'Maw.
Seraphine, Kog'Maw maybe, that's
Yeah.
a little, I don't know.
I don't know.
You know, great passive
played
damage
him
for
again,
Jinx there
Kog'Maw.
in the current
That's
patch.
true.
Was he really? Oh.
Seraphine just got nerfed, and she will still be the
I
most
think
broken
she'll-
champion
yeah,
on this
she'll
patch.
still be good. Yeah, I agree.
She'll
It,
be-
it was such an irrelevant nerf. It's actually to the level of 5 movement speed on Aurelia.
I 100% disagree.
Or
but
Kassadin.
Yeah.
I just disagree. The nerf is massive, but she's just too broken. It's like 35 damage level 1. It's like insane amount of base shield.
I think with her, it's mostly her ult that just, I mean, it's so game changing. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, again, I don't want to say it's just like this, but it's like Blitzcrank, right? Where you could be terrible and then you land one good hook that just ends the game, changes a team fight. Late enough game, like that changes the course of the game. You
Yeah,
know, might
I
be
agree.
Baron, might be Elder. Seraphine could like launch that thing from beyond the Nexus and like
easier.
possibly
Across
hit-
the map.
Yeah,
it's
across
easier
the
to
map.
land.
Exactly.
It's
Um,
it's
the
easier to
litmus
land.
test
Solo
is if
queue
it's working on
Seraphine's.
pro players en masse, then like
Mhm.
it's broken.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's broken.
Absolutely.
It works on me, whatever. But all the pros are like getting but like a lot of pro teams are getting like 3-man ulted
Mhm.
over and over, and like the game just changes off of one character that was like 0-0 or 1-0.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
insanity.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't really dodge it though,
Yeah.
because it's really
can't.
fast.
You
First
really
of all,
can't.
it
And-
has a insane range, and there aren't really many places in the map that you can effectively dodge it.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, it's a really big hitbox.
if you're going in river and you put it straight down, then you're
Especially
probably gonna get hit.
especially around those objectives, because that's what they're playing for in pro play, especially. Like they
Yep.
group for unlike in my solo queue games, they actually play for objectives, and like those are the areas where it makes it just so ripe to hit like a multi-person ult with Seraphine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Johnson played it
Oh, yeah.
really poorly in their FlyQuest game, and she was so broken that it didn't matter. Like
It didn't matter.
people couldn't
Hey.
die.
What did I say? What did I say was going to happen?
Seraphine.
FlyQuest was going to win if Johnson plays Seraphine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Johnson
no one
played
cares,
Seraphine and
Alistair.
FlyQuest won.
God, didn't predict them. Okay, damn.
that's true.
I
It's
should have
true, I
predicted
didn't
them.
predict them.
I should have predicted them. Oh, dude, I think you and I were watching it, and I was just like, I should have predicted them, man. Dang.
I? Yeah,
I should have
no,
predicted
we
them.
both had the same reaction.
Yeah.
I think it might have. I don't remember.
You predicted TSM. We all predicted TSM.
We all
Oh,
predicted
that was
TSM
a
to go
TSM.
3-0 this week.
You're right.
Yep. Yeah.
No,
Oof.
no, you didn't. You guys.
We know how
didn't
League Dad
vote-
feels.
We definitely
No.
did not vote TSM to beat C9. It was 2-1.
Yeah,
2-1.
I was the only one that voted TSM
No.
to be
Oh yeah, I
3-0.
voted C9. Yeah. 2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
Yeah,
Right.
Come on,
Alright,
now.
2-1.
Yeah, come on now.
We
I
told
mean, y'all
League Dad
would
like same time
definitely-
next week
yeah,
he'll be
I was
crying,
like, come
and
on.
he was like, "Nah."
Yeah, we do have some common sense here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Only idiots like myself would do something like that. But
All right.
Yeah,
so
TSM fans.
I just want to
get outta
shill
here, Nate.
myself out one more time. I'm currently playing in like a little tournament. It's called League of Lotus. You can check it out. But
Mhm.
we play, I think, the best meta right now. It is Udyr, Skarner,
I
Run
hate
Atom
watching it.
junglers with Seraphine, Orianna, Karma, like Aatrox in the top lane, just Giga healing, unkillable demon monsters, 2 items, Moonstone, Staff Flowing
I
Water.
mean, I don't disagree with you. I think
it's
those are.
unstoppable.
I think that's just you pick Seraphine, run out your jungler.
Yep.
That's pretty good right there.
That's pretty
You know,
good.
Maybe,
Hey, if you
have
get-
maybe have a mid with some kind of global, or even just a control mage. I don't know. You're fine. Like
If
it
you
really
get
doesn't
Udyr
matter.
and Seraphine, you win the game.
Yeah.
You get those 2 champions
Yep.
on your team, the enemy team lost draft, and you win the game.
Yeah, you win the game.
It's literally a coloring book meta. That's how
Yeah.
easy the game is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
it's-
A coloring book is
meta.
easier to play. It's easier to do than this meta. Or sorry,
I don't know about
sorry. This meta is easier to do than a coloring book.
Oh, wow.
okay. Okay.
I'll just stay
I
in the
like it.
lines. I'll just pick Udyr and Seraphine. You win.
Hey
it's done.
man, yeah,
Which is why it boggles my mind that we're
I have
not
some
seeing
insane
those
Udyr
banned.
mechanics. Okay, just saying.
Why are people not banning them?
Yeah, I
like,
can tell
first
through your
round?
comms, Mitchell.
Yeah.
It's because we had really hard to deal with picks like Pantheon beforehand. Like Pantheon barely got he was 100% pick ban. Finally, you can say the pick part because he was 100% banned during lock-in tournament.
Yeah, Pantheon was
almost
really good,
100%.
and now
Yeah,
I got
like
nerfed.
one,
And he's
yeah.
not as good. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Good. All right.
I mean, anything else on the patch before we move on? You guys good? Be interesting.
Then just
to see
getting
these
10%
changes.
AP.
Who's ready
Dare we
for
see it?
unkillable healers?
Nah,
Dare we see it?
probably not.
Hey man,
More
we
of
saw
them.
impact on Silas. Silas buffs. Maybe we'll see more.
Actually,
Yep.
Why pick
Chemtank
Silas when
Purifier.
you can pick
Chemtank
Karma?
Purifier is a big deal.
Yeah,
item is
that's
broken.
gonna buff the enchanters too. The Chemtech
Yep.
Purifier.
Yeah, we'll buff the
Exactly.
enchanters, but it's also kind of a check to the healers. The healing part of it, not the shield.
But you have to be a healer to do the healing, to do the
Yes.
anti-healing.
I'm just saying that like it becomes it puts it in check, but it also means that you have to pick more enchanters. Like a Lux 5-man shield makes everyone have Grievous. That's incredible
Yeah.
because no one else
Yeah.
has to waste their money and sink it into Grievous.
Yep.
And then, but what are they reducing the healing of? Moonstone. And what does the other team have? They have a Moonstone, and then they also have a Chemtech Purifier. So both teams just have Moonstone, AoE shields, and they're both reducing each other's healings. It's just the dumbest meta in existence, guys. It's hilarious.
Oh,
Well, we'll see how it plays
You know
out.
what?
It
I'm
could
just
be
happy-
interesting
See how
if
it
fights are
plays out,
longer,
yeah.
But
Kais is still
I'm
good.
glad
Yeah.
they
I agree.
Kais is not good in these super shield comps though.
Well, if
she's
you're-
I think
Wait,
she's
really?
gonna fall off of some prio.
But if you get to like 4 or 5 items, you do outscale this comp.
Yeah,
This comp is only good
but-
at 2 items, 3 items.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Samira's not gonna be very good, but if we don't see any Jinx, I'm actually going to tilt because she's really good into these metas. Because she just has so much AoE with Hurricane.
All right.
She's
so
good
we're
at
calling
being-
Plus
it
the
now.
buffs, she gets more rockets.
She's good
Gotta be
at being
Jinx.
enabled by the comp too.
Yeah,
Like instead of
that's true.
having a double enchanter bot,
Exactly.
you can have a Jinx in the bot. Yeah.
I'm
Also-
still
but-
tilted. We didn't see Jinx in Worlds. I'm still tilted about that.
You saw
We
how
know.
big
If we
those
don't see
buffs are,
anything
right?
now,
That's
I'm
what was
actually gonna
needed to
I'm
make
gonna
her
think that
meta,
pro
man.
players are against Jinx.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Yeah.
I think we'll still see Samira. I think we're gonna see kill lanes because people are gonna pick the enchanters and they're gonna say we're gonna snowball early
Yeah.
and pick Samira.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll see it as
I
a
know,
kill lane,
I
but
do
if they're
know
going-
Alistair's been
Yeah.
talking about the Jinx for a while. Yes, since World. So
She's good now.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
She's
to
been
see.
good for a while.
Now she's really good.
That'll be yeah. I mean, I
she
want
did
I
well.
want to see it. I'm kind of getting tired of the same old ADCs. So it'll be nice to see some difference.
Jin and
differences here.
Kaisa and Samira every
And
game.
Samira,
Omega
yeah.
Guys,
lol.
it's only week 1 of LCS. Come on, how can you be
Hey, we just
tired
had the
of meta
lock-in,
already?
okay?
Yeah, man.
I know, I'm
Lock-in
needy.
made us. Lock-in made me feel like it's been long. Okay. Anything else before we move on? Because we have one more thing to do this show, and I think you guys
Let's
know
move
what it
on.
is.
Let's move
All
on.
right, it is time for predictions. Real quickly, last week, the final tally was Mitchell, Alastair, and myself got 12 correct. And then Kevin
Yes.
just wins by 1 point. He had 13.
I lost.
You did lose.
What?
No,
I
well,
never lose.
hello.
You tied. You tied
Oh,
with
yeah.
the rest of us.
I mean, I still lost.
So I
If
won't
it's
go
not
through
first,
all
it's
of
last.
them.
How'd the coin do?
The coin.
Wait, how did I win? What did I win on? I guess we'll go.
Whatever.
Yeah, let me. So you won because you voted 100 Thieves to beat EG.
Oh.
Mitchell and Alastair both voted.
Yo, that
EG.
game was bull, man.
And me and Kevin actually are the only ones that predicted 100 Thieves. Now I would have tied with you, but
Thieves is going to be the better.
You
team.
voted TSM?
I would have tied with Kevin, but C9 versus TSM. I voted
You
TSM.
nerd.
That was gonna be my win right there. And unfortunately, of course, they let me down. So nothing new happening there. The coin got.
You let yourself down.
You did, bro. What are you thinking?
1, 2, 3.
I should have voted CLG, man. God darn it. Gosh darn it.
5.
Gosh
the coin
darn
only
it.
got 6 right, so we have bigger brains
coin's
than the
a-
coin.
Okay.
Coin's a
All right,
noob.
we're doing better. Okay, so that was our results for that week. I know we've kind of just. If you guys don't know, we kind of had a fantasy draft. We just kind of autoed it. So nothing much to report there. My sucky team though, I did pull out a win, and I'm happy about
Really?
that. Yeah, I did. I played like a bot team against a bot team, but whatever. I'll take it. Anyways, okay, let's move on to this week coming up. Let's see, who do we got? February 12th, first game up, 100 Thieves versus FlyQuest.
100 Thieves versus FlyQuest. I am going 100 Thieves. Please don't let me down. 3-0. Team, you guys gotta win. Right? No more giving Dragon Souls over. Please ban Seraphine. Please take Udyr. GG.
You're going 100 Thieves.
Yes.
I think eventually
Coin is 100 Thieves.
I think eventually this could probably be FlyQuest, but I think right now it's 100 Thieves.
What was FlyQuest's record? Let me look it up. FlyQuest is
1 and 2.
1-2. Yes. They beat TSM, which is easy mode, and then they lost to Team Liquid, which is expected, and they lost to EG, which is also kind of expected. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think it's 100 Thieves for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you expect that EG is supposed to beat FlyQuest, then you can't really expect FlyQuest to beat 100 Thieves.
Yeah, because 100 Thieves beat EG, and it's this all merry-go-round.
Yep.
Well, you
Then-
can do that math, but if we're saying 100 Thieves is better than EG, then
Yeah. Okay, so you're 100
Yeah.
Thieves. Kevin, are you 100 Thieves as well?
Yep, I was the only one who stood by them when
Yep,
it was a hard
5
match.
for
This
100
one's
Thieves.
relatively
Okay,
easier.
everybody's 100
Yeah.
Thieves. Okay.
Wow.
FlyQuest beat TSM, so they basically just, they took the free win that everybody else gets. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. I think we can skip this next one.
No, I don't want to skip it. COG versus Team Liquid. Look, what's going to happen? Hear me out.
All right, so EG versus Cloud9.
Ego drafting once again. It's only week 2. Team Liquid doesn't care. They're going to lose the game. Watch CLG, man. No, I'm kidding.
They're gonna
I'm
go
going-
send
Oh.
it Tom Kench with
I
an
think we're-
Ivor
If
and
you want
top.
to lose another point,
No,
just
I'm
like
not
that, this
losing
is
another
about
point.
as
Come
bad
on
as the
now.
TSM vote.
All right.
I'm
You
going
know
to
it's
Team
bad
Liquid.
when not even the coin believes in CLG. So
Oof.
We
Oof.
can move on. We can
Yeah,
move
I'm
on.
going Team Liquid.
Team
yeah.
Liquid's winning that one. Okay, C9 versus EG. This
I'm going
should be-
C9.
I mean,
I'm going C9.
obviously I think it's C9, but this is.
I mean,
I hope it's a good game. That's all I want to say. I hope it's a good game.
I hope it's a good game. I do think it could be close, but I think C9, they're going to be even in skill level, maybe, and then they're just going to get completely out macroed. Just Blabber is going to run around town and just out path Svenskeren. Yeah. Oh, the bot lane of C9 might destroy the other bot lane too. That could be a thing.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm going C9.
Everybody else going C9? Yes.
But you guys can talk because I think EG's poopy. So, maybe other people have opinions that EG's better.
I mean, I think they're good, but I don't think they're C9 good. I never said they were like number 1 team, so
Yeah.
I gotta go C9. You guys are all C9, right? You guys have. I haven't heard you emphatically say it yet.
So you want to earn some extra points?
This
Come
is
on,
your chance.
This is your chance right here, man. Play.
you know what? I'm with the coin. I'm going EG. I'm a bite
Oh,
bullet. Let's do
we
it.
got an EG vote.
I'm gonna do it.
He's looking for
That's-
final Sven, dude.
This
He wants
guy-
final
Hey,
Sven.
I respect it. C9 looked invincible until they randomly just died halfway through the split, and we're almost halfway through the split.
Oh,
Jeez.
dude. Elimination match Sven. Let's go.
Yikes. All right. TSM versus Golden Guardians.
Oh my god. Do I want to go Golden
Oh,
Guardians, man?
boy.
I want to
Oh.
vote Golden Guardians.
I had to just
man.
double check their roster real quick.
Oh, this is such a
because
hard match
honestly,
to
I was gonna say
choose.
Golden Guardians, but please God, TSM should win this one. I mean,
Power ranked 10th versus power ranked what, 4th?
yeah, probably, yeah, round 4th.
TSM almost lost to CLG.
Yes.
I know.
I was gonna
That's
say
why.
that.
By all, in most universes, they should have lost.
But I will say, I think
Oh, they
CLG's
should've,
roster is
100%.
better than Golden Guardians. Just, I mean,
But
I
Golden
think-
Guardians
but they're
is a
also
more
100% better than
coordinated
CLG's
team.
roster. What's
I
the
don't know.
point in that?
I think Golden
Like-
Guardians are gonna win. I think
I'm
I
gonna
think
vote
they're
Golden
just better
Guardians
together.
too. I'm voting Golden
I'm
Guardians
so
too.
pained.
That's
I
fine.
hate
More
voting
points.
this.
4 points. More points for me. Okay.
Are you voting
Hey,
TSM?
you have the
I'm voting
coin with you.
TSM.
Oh
The
my
points
god,
with
I'm
me?
going
All
Golden
right.
Guardians. Let's go. Let's go,
Kevin,
iconic.
Kevin?
I would just like to
Oh.
I would just like
Oh,
to
it's
divert
so
your eyes,
painful.
League Dad, to the group
What?
chat. I took a screenshot of something I think you'd like to see.
I already know what you're talking about. I don't need to look. I know what I said.
I'm so torn. I mean, like, if you guys watch the Golden Guardians match, it's like Niles and Ablaze Olive were like some of the worst fantasy players to have.
That's what I'm saying. They
Ever.
suck.
They suck.
Come
but they
on,
still
guys.
Looked more like they had
Come
intent
on.
to win the game.
Okay.
And their one victory, they looked really smart. They were brains being used. That they stopped the back door. They stopped a Baron power play 3 versus 5 by just putting the 3 at the enemy inhibitor, and then they were like, "Oh, we got to stop that, or we lose the game." Extremely smart. TSM would have lost that. That's
Yeah.
obviously gaslighting, but like the point is, I'm gonna vote Golden Guardians, and TSM will make me dislike them by winning.
This is
But
where I get my point.
I think Golden Guardians.
I appreciate
that
y'all
CLG
giving me the
game
point
just like
here.
it's a collapse of all confidence.
All
I'm
right,
sorry,
thank you
it's
guys.
so hard to vote.
Thank you
them.
guys. I
It's
appreciate y'all giving me
true.
the
Like,
point.
A
Appreciate
team that
it.
wants to win and tries to win versus a team that I don't even know what they're doing.
if
Look,
CLG was literally like 1% better, they win that game. Like maybe 0.5%
Alright,
better.
alright.
Like
Right.
CLG
They
is
had like an
10th right now,
8,000
and
gold
TSM's
lead in
9th
Soul
in my
Point.
mind. I am.
Yeah.
I'm. Obviously, it's a hot take. They could probably rebound. Like we've had G2 or SKT go like 4 losses in a row before at the start of a season. It's not.
that's true. And Fnatic
but
and stuff and
And Fnatic, yeah, Fnatic actually was the most recent
Cloud
one to, like,
9
do an
too.
0-5.
You know, yeah. Cloud 9 they
Alright.
started
Yes.
0-8 and then they made to Worlds. Do you guys remember that?
Oh,
Semis.
That is
yeah,
true. But
semis
that's
at Worlds.
The
Yes.
worst teams, in the top, like the bottom 6 teams in the league were way worse back then. So like, it was impressive at the time, but if you really think about how bad the teams they were like come back against, it was like, oof.
all right, whatever.
Either
Free
way,
point
it's
for
possible,
me. Free
but-
point for me. Let's go. Dignitas, Immortals. I'm going Immortals.
I do not know. This one's a tough one. They both suck. I'm gonna go. I'll go Mortals too.
I like Immortals. I think
I like more. I like Revenge. I really like Revenge.
Yeah,
I
I
kind of don't like
really
Xerxes
like-
after
Yeah, no.
what I saw from
Xerxes.
Xerxes. I was kind of like, dude, you
Let's
just
call
got
it.
outplayed.
Let's call it the jitters. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you're washed.
There you go.
He got outplayed, man. Oh my goodness. That was so clean from
Alright.
Blabber.
I'm going.
It's
I'm-
Who's their roster
Dignitas,
again?
Dardoch, Fake Gods, Ligo, Aframu, and Neo.
I'm going Immortals. They were more impressive, even though they did lose twice. Like, they still had. Some, like,
Dignitas
moments
had a
of
close game against 100 Thieves. They almost won. They didn't
Sure,
Dignitas get
yeah.
Soul? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did, and they lost
Yeah.
that game. So like
They
that was
lost that
impressive.
game.
I think Dardoch is a good player on that team, and he's doing a lot. Even though he did pick, was it Mundo and Rengar this week? I
that
think
was
it's good
pretty
to try that
inty.
stuff.
That was very
It's good to
inty.
try to make it work. He didn't, so it is what it is. But I mean, Immortals had a TLC 9 and they went 1-2, beating TL, and then they lost. to
Oh
GG,
wait,
which
no, it wasn't. It wasn't Dignitas. It was EG that got Soul. I'm trolling.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I think Immortals still looks impressive. They finally got their full roster, and it looks
Oh,
good.
yeah. The only team Dignitas beat was CLG. Okay, don't.
Yeah, that's
I
why
mean, they
it's
also
not that
played
hard.
100 Thieves in TL, but
Yeah, that's true too.
But C9
they
and TL is worse than 100 Thieves in TL, and you one of them beat TL. One of them beat TL, even
Yeah,
if it was
Immortals
in
beat
Team
TL.
TL. It's
Oh
in
yeah.
my mind,
Alastair, who are you going for here?
it
so I'm
sounds
trying
like
to
he's
think
going-
because I'm tempted to say Dig just because I imagine they're gonna get a lot. They're gonna learn a lot from this week after losing to 100 Thieves and TL. They're going to. I feel like they're gonna watch those two games over and over and learn a lot from it and come back strong this week because they do have an easier schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Dignitas.
Nah, I'm
Say
still
it.
gonna go Immortals.
Oh, you're scared. You're scared.
All right.
Mitchell, I want to
Alrighty.
hear it. I already did my one.
That's
I
true. You
took
did.
EG over C9.
what the coin?
I know
what the
you
coin,
did.
what
I'm
the
proud
coin
of you,
say?
buddy.
What the coin?
Coin
say?
went IMT. To be honest, that's why I went IMT as well. So
Coin diff.
I'll star that one just in case Dignitas wins, because then you'll be looking at this and hitting yourself. Okay. Next is day
I
2.
do that enough already.
Game 2 or game 2, day 2. FlyQuest versus CLG. FlyQuest. for me.
FlyQuest.
Like,
Honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised if CLG wins because CLG just wins randomly for no reason.
CLG was so close to winning 2 of their matches. I
Yeah, they
think
were.
lost
Look,
2
I
games
think
where they had
RJS
incredible,
look good,
like,
man.
leads.
Or Deuce. I think they have a decent team. Look, they still didn't have
Yeah, they
Broxa.
beat TSM almost.
Whatever, man.
Almost.
I
So
actually
close.
think CLG is a better team than TSM right now, even though they lost. They have a better macro early game and plan. They just don't know what to do later on. And Finn
choked.
just got here, right? Yeah, they choked. And Finn just got here.
Finn choked a lot.
It's
of
actually,
1v1s,
yeah.
Like,
Finn
oof.
literally never TP'd in his life. He
Yeah.
unbinded his TP button. But but I think CLG, I mean, they just got RJS and they just got their top laner, right? And they might get Brox. Like they have less time to get synergy, whereas TSM has had their roster for like the entire lock-in tournament since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
I actually think CLG is a better team than TSM. That's my hot take.
Oof.
But are we saying FlyQuest or CLG? FlyQuest.
I mean, I'm still
I
saying
agree
FlyQuest.
with you when Broxa gets there, Mitchell.
Yeah. When Broxa gets it, yo, pick up McSmithy. Come on, guys, screw Broxa. Oh my god,
I would love to see that too.
I would love to see
Just
it.
throw a check at Smithy for half the split.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, just tell
I'm
him
with
you got cookies and alcohol and World of Warcraft, man. He'll come. He'll do it.
Tell him you'll give him like Hearthstone credits.
Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah.
Tell him he
It's
doesn't have to
called-
practice. Just win
it's
games.
gold.
I don't know what
Alice,
currency in Hearthstone is.
Are
but-
you?
It's gold in packs.
Are you
okay,
going
buddy?
FlyQuest here too? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go FlyQuest. I might have to disown the coin because the coin went CLG, but
Oh, it's
Oh,
pain.
no.
I don't know.
it's
I might
pain.
spend it tomorrow. We'll see.
I know. I'm spending you tomorrow, coin. Okay. This is a good match.
It's so
I
mean.
think this will be a good match. C9 versus 100 Thieves.
C9 versus 100 Thieves. This was the reverse sweep. Oh my goodness. But who won game 1? Who won game 1? 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
So I'm voting C9 though. I'm still voting C9.
100 Thieves won game 1 and 2.
And 2.
actually,
By the
not
way,
just
if
game
I
one.
win predictions, I predicted first every time. You guys have no excuse if I win predictions this time. Just saying. Just
Yeah,
saying.
whatever.
Oh, that's true. You actually finally predicted first. That's true.
I'm predicting first.
Alright,
I
coin
know.
is
I
100
remember.
Thieves. I'll just
Ooh.
get that out of the way.
Coins,
Poggers.
100
Okay.
Thieves. Okay. I'm going
Yeah.
Cloud9 just because I think they not ban. No, they did ban TF Galio, and did they? in the
They
series?
sometimes
And
give TF
100 Thieves
Galio.
won.
100 Thieves won with TF and Galio.
Again, I think they just do that, and they're gonna beat them. So,
I agree. I think if Demonte is looking better on Syndra and Oriana, but he played against worse teams. He didn't play
Yeah.
against C9. He didn't play against Perks.
Yep.
Yeah, and I really
Agreed.
think like when you play a mage, it's not about beating the enemy mid laner. It's like about killing the enemy like bot lane and stuff,
Yeah.
right? And like C9's bot lane's insane right now. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see who else. Alastair and Kevin, y'all haven't given your votes yet. You guys thinking about it?
Who wants to vote C9 or
Yeah.
100 Thieves? Because
I'm
if you vote
gonna
different for me and I win, I just keep winning predictions. So you have to vote
I'm
differently
gonna
or you'll never.
go for
care about winning
100
predictions.
Thieves. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I want to
going
go 100
100
Thieves
Thieves.
too.
I
Hey,
think
let's
that
go.
they were very close to 3-0 in C9 and they just choked hard.
Yep.
I think matchup wise, like I don't know, it's hard because C9 looks like the best team right now in terms of their relative performance, but they also just stomped 3 low tier teams. It's really hard to judge
That's
that.
good. I mean, I'm excited to see the game. Honestly, that's gonna be awesome.
I'm
This will
excited to see
definitely
it
be
too.
the
I want
match
to
to
see if
highlight next
Blabber
year.
actually woke up and like got better, or if he did the same thing he did during the lucky turn where he totally entered his top lane and lost the whole game. So we'll
that was
see.
a
But
yikes. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
but he did. You can't blame someone for beating people when they're put in front of them. So
Yeah.
either way, I still think 100 Thieves basically had the 3-0 and they just lost it, just like they did to TSM last year, actually. So I'm willing to bet on them. It's probably an underdog bet, but I'm going for 100 Thieves.
Okay. Golden Guardians versus Dignitas. I'm gonna say Dignitas. I think Golden Guardians is dead last. That's
What? I think
Yeah.
TSM or CLG are dead
No.
last for me. XD?
dead. TSM dead last.
Yeah.
They're bad. I don't think they're dead last.
I think they're dead last.
I think when
We've
I think
seen
TSM is
one
dead
week.
last once
Come on.
Broxa shows up.
Yeah.
No.
Oof. They're at least tied for last in my mind, so we're
They
on the
may
same
be.
page.
They
here,
may even
Alastair.
be.
Okay, who did-
They may even be ninth, but there is no way they are 10th. Hell.
I
no.
think Golden Guardians is a better team than TSM. At least they have more
Oh
promise.
my
and they,
gosh.
Yes.
I
crazy.
completely agree.
You guys. Are
I
dumb.
voted for Golden Guardians over TSM, bro.
Yeah, no, I
in
know
their
that.
match, their
That's
1v1.
what I'm saying, yeah. That's where we get my point, though. I'm the only one that said TSM is going to win that game. I can't wait.
Oh, I would be
till they
so
are
sad
wrong.
if TSM win. I would be so
Yeah,
sad.
I
I'm
cannot-
gonna
Captain
vote
goes
for
down with
TSM.
the ship. I cannot wait. till
Captain
next
goes
week.
down.
All right. Well, I
call him
voted
Captain Jack.
I'm saying Dignitas over.
I'm saying Golden
Guardians.
Guardians. I'm
Okay.
saying Golden Guardians.
You guys are
I have a
idiots.
lot of faith in Golden Guardians. I really like O'Conic. I think Niles can kind of suck sometimes, but he is definitely a really good team player. And I just think I value that over mechanical skill. So that's what
Okay.
I'm going with.
Kevin, Alastair.
Golden
Oh.
Guardians.
Huh?
Let's
Golden
go!
Guardians. Wow,
Let's
you
go!
guys are some. This is where I get another point. I'm so happy that you guys are on this Golden
I
Guardians.
think Golden Guardians
hype
is the
train.
sleeper team. I said this last week.
Freaking
I-
way.
Yes.
Y'all are out your mind. I can't wait till this week is
The
done.
coin is also Golden Guardians.
Let's go! Cool. Oh wait, shoot.
So
Maybe I
you're
wanna
Golden
change.
Guardians too, then, Alistair? Are you Golden Guardians?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll go
Alright.
Golden Guardians.
Wait, the
Another
coin.
point for me.
Oh no!
Another point for me. I'm getting 2 points right now because y'all keep loving on these Golden Guardians.
All right, we can skip the next. We can skip the next game.
What's the next?
Let's just
game?
say, is anybody gonna? Oh wait, it's Team Liquid against TSM, man. Come on.
Is it really?
I was like, is anyone gonna say
You guys got
TSM?
real quiet after that was dropped.
Yeah, no, I already wrote on my sheet that Team Liquid's winning. I mean, come on.
I'm going
Did you
TSM.
really?
I learned my
You
lesson
bowed down
last
to
week.
Liquid.
Come on,
Oh,
C9
man.
against TSM. I lost that bad. I'm not making the same mistake twice.
I'm voting TSM.
Liar.
We'll lose. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
lying.
Sure.
Lying through
Hey,
my teeth.
coin went TSM though.
Hey, puggers.
Coin is an idiot. What does he know? Or what does it know?
Do you have the faith here? Do you have faith in the coin league, Dad?
No, I'm
Come
going
on.
Team Liquid. I'm assuming Kevin and Alistair, y'all are Team Liquid, right?
No, Kevin's definitely going TSM. What are you talking about?
I'd like to see a history. I'm pretty sure I vote Liquid 95% of the time.
Yeah,
99.
I think it's
So-
higher. I think it's higher than that.
I definitely one time last split I voted like C9 or TSM to beat Liquid. I was like, I can't believe
Oh, I
I'm
remember
doing
the
this. I definitely
last.
did it. That's what.
Remember the
Go
last
ahead.
game before playoffs where C9 eliminated TL from barely getting into playoffs? The miracle setup. Everybody lost exactly where they're supposed to lose,
Yeah.
and all Team Liquid had to do was beat C9, and they
Yeah.
almost did it, and then they got backdoored.
That is true. That is true. But I remember, despite all that, C9 didn't go to Worlds.
Oh, true.
Ouch.
The Sven timeline.
Ouch.
Actually, such suffering. Like you get all of the setup just to not go to Worlds.
Ouch.
If it was this year, like if last
and
year was this year, they would have gone, right? They would have
Yeah.
at least had the seeding
Yeah.
for a second or something.
If last year was the year before, they would have gone as well. They would have auto-seeded as soon as they beat Golden Guardians, or whatever it was. It was EG, I think. They 3-0'd EG.
Well, they would have
would've gone to
auto-seeded
Worlds.
because they won spring.
Yeah, exactly. Championship points. But it is not to be because they sucked last year. All right, moving on.
All right, EG versus Immortals. I'm going EG.
I am going EG as well. Yes.
EG.
All right, coins IMT. I'm gonna go E EG.
Ooh.
My
coin
cat has
for
been
the
spamming
Immortals.
meows. I hope
Alright.
it's not being picked up by the mic.
Spam
Just
meows.
meowing at me. I
So
don't know
day
why.
3,
Ooh, it's a good
Valentine's
one.
Day. Valentine's Day. Okay.
Ooh.
Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves.
Ooh,
That's a
this
good
is the
one.
one I
Oh,
wanted
it's
to
a good
see this
match.
during the lock-in, and we didn't get to.
Yeah, we didn't get to.
And I predicted it wasn't going to happen too.
Did I
'Cause I won
predicted this was gonna
predictions.
happen? I thought it
I
was
won
gonna.
predictions for the lock-in.
Nobody
guys,
remembers.
just saying.
Nobody remembers that. That was a long time ago. Don't dwell in the past, is what I say.
Yeah, true.
You're a TSM fan. What do you mean? Don't dwell in the past.
The hypocrisy.
Shut
Oh,
up,
but
Alastair.
Bjergsen and his MVPs. Oh my god. All right, I'm going Team
Whatever.
Liquid.
Yeah,
I'm going Team Liquid.
Liquid.
I think 100 Thieves has a very good chance, and this is not like a guaranteed Team Liquid win. I just think it edges out for Team Liquid. And some days been playing poorly, so I think it edges out for Team
Yeah.
Liquid. But
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a top gap.
yeah,
What's
I-
point,
but-
what's coin say?
Historically, Team Liquid doesn't have a bad matchup
Coin
into the old Golden
is
Guardians
100
roster either,
Thieves.
so.
yeah.
What were you
Yeah.
saying, Kevin?
I said historically, Liquid doesn't have a bad matchup into 100 Thieves. They 3-0 stomped them last time when they were like hot off of 3-0 on TSM. Like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
It's just a
probably
good
gonna be
matchup.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because some days not playing well. If I was going to be logically consistent, though, I should go 100 Thieves because I voted them to beat C9. But it's Team Liquid, so I'm voting
Yeah,
Team
we know.
Liquid.
Oh, you did.
we figured.
Wow.
I did, right? So theoretically, they should have a pretty good chance here. But no, I think Liquid's going to win.
Yeah, we don't even need to talk about the next one, right? We all know who we're predicting for
Wait,
the next one, right?
I'm voting TSM.
You're voting TSM?
TSM versus
Okay.
Immortals.
Unironically?
Not dwelling in the past or anything.
This is based on my future
versus Immortals.
predictions, not the past.
Versus Immortals.
I am going.
You have to see past.
I'm going to Immortals,
Uh,
man. Screw this. I'm going to Immortals. TSM has lost. I
I'm
voted
gonna get-
2-1 for them last
I'm
weekend.
getting 3 points from y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you.
I
Alright,
voted for
we're gonna
them.
clip this moment one way or another. So.
We are, yes, we should. We should definitely.
I'm
should
either
clip
gonna
it.
be-
I'm
I'm
with
either
Mitchell.
gonna be-
It's Immortals.
It's
Like,
Immortals. Let's go.
like if TSM wins, sure. I still upset, you know. But
It's
like I would be
Immortals.
upset either way.
Yo, it's about to be a fat top diff. You thought Revenge versus Alfari was
Alfari.
one-sided? Look at Revenge versus Huni, guys.
Oh my lord.
He's gonna-
okay.
He's the Nar God, Huni. Huni is the Nar God, and he's about to get Aurelia done. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Man.
Oh, give it to me. Come on,
I don't
Alistair.
know.
I know you
I
want to say
think-
it. Give it to me, Alistair.
I don't know, man. Do I really think TSM's going 0-3?
Say it.
Well, I mean, y'all
They
picked-
almost
really
certainly
think
won't go
TSM's
0-3. It's TSM, but like
Destroy
I
them.
just can't trust them in any of the matchups. So.
technically I have TSM going 2-1 this week.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
The
Yes, you do.
Golden Guardians and Immortals. I think they're better than those two teams.
I think they
played
should
really.
be.
I think they played really bad last week. Yes, but I still think.
I hope Golden Guardians and Immortals, if you're going to win any game this weekend, it's against TSM. Please,
No.
to the League Gods, to the RNGesus.
Nope. I'm
Amen.
getting 3 points from y'all. Thank you.
Pray to
Appreciate it.
Faker.
Pray to
All right,
Faker,
did y'all,
please.
what did the coin say? Did the coin say
All right,
anything?
coin is TSM.
Okay, and then what are you? TSM as well?
Faker hates Huni, confirmed.
Are you TSM, Alistair?
Do I really think TSM's going 0-3? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're not gonna get 3 points with us. You voted that TSM will lose one of the matches too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
against but I
So you-
also voted. There's another game where y'all are dumb. And
Oh,
voted
it was
something
the-
Oh,
else.
okay,
It was
okay. So you,
the-
I
It's
thought
not
the only
just
points you were
TSM
getting
games.
from TSM.
Yeah,
It was-
no,
it was
okay,
it was the
okay.
Golden
Fair enough.
Guardians
Dig, yeah.
versus Dig. Yeah,
Yeah,
Golden versus Dig.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
League Dad's playing it right. If he wants to win predictions at any point in his career, because I've always won, he has to do this.
I'm winning. I'm winning, dadgummit.
So,
Got a bet on the 9th place team.
I'm,
Man.
feeling,
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I know it.
Oh,
I'm,
man.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. Okay, Evil Geniuses versus Dignitas. Evil Geniuses.
I'm going EG. Yeah, hard EG.
I'm gonna
I
go
think
EG
this is-
as well.
This should be very one-sided, and if it's not, I'm gonna be so pissed because I still think EG's bad, but it still should be one-sided for them.
All right, coin ZG as well.
Hey, puggers. Kevin?
Yeah.
I think EG. It's still a little weird, but it's EG.
All right, everybody's copying my prediction. Cool.
I predicted first.
Literally,
so
what?
that's why I literally have voted.
Now
first
you know what
on
it's like
almost
to
all
vote
of
first,
these.
huh?
I predicted first in the first couple, and a
Yeah.
lot. You just speak faster. It's not fair.
Yeah, because I control
that's
the
how it
mic,
works.
so I list the next one and I say mine right away.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
If we were playing Jeopardy together, Mitch was like, "I had the answer first. You just click the button and
You
it
just-
gave the right answer."
Oh, it's so
first. Like,
true. It's so true. It's a ping diff.
Yes.
It's a ping dip. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
big
Wait,
diff.
Alastair, did you vote for that one yet? EG or Dignitas?
Yeah, I went EG.
He went the egg. He went for the egg.
Let's see. Cloud9 versus FlyQuest.
Oh my god, my poor
Cloud9.
boys. My poor. What is it? B
I'm voting
Quest.
FlyQuest.
Oh
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Are you
Really?
seriously voting FlyQuest?
What?
Yes.
He locked it in. Okay, I'm voting Cloud9. Get me out. What?
I'm going Cloud9 as well.
Lamau.
Oh,
Coin-
dude, give me
coins
those
FlyQuest
free
as well.
points.
Look, I
Oh
mean,
my
I
God.
like FlyQuest. I
Me
think I
too.
like this FlyQuest. I don't know why I like them better than the other FlyQuest. The other FlyQuest
What?
was good
The old
too.
FlyQuest is
You like it
my team,
better.
bro.
Yeah,
The
I
old
like this
FlyQuest was my team.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
not
I'll
true.
give you that. But I like this FlyQuest better for some reason. I think it's because of Jose Dioto. I don't know.
Jose Dioto's hype.
Yeah, I think he's.
He's
Tentorn's still
he's
better,
pretty
but
exciting
Jose
to
Dioto's
watch.
hype.
Yeah. What did the coin say?
Went
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest.
Coin is
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest as well.
And who?
Okay.
What are you, Kevin?
I said
C9.
C9.
Okay, you
That's
said
like,
C9.
what?
Okay, I missed it. I missed it.
Yeah.
I was-
Okay,
I was
last
How's there a
curious.
closer argument for C9 versus 100 Thieves than this one? Or
Yeah.
how's there a closer argument for this one than C9 versus 100 Thieves? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Alastair
goodness.
is on something. He's been playing too much ABC. All right, moving
It
on.
makes you
Okay,
lose your mind a bit.
last
I
game
get
here.
it.
Last game. I'm gonna get another point here because it's CLG versus Golden Guardian, and I'm going CLG.
You're going CLG?
Yeah.
Are you a monkey?
No, you
Are
guys
you actually an
are,
ape?
TSM
it's
fan.
You
hard.
guys are
It's
dead
hard.
wrong.
I kind of agree with like that. It's a weird matchup because like CLG could have won 2 games against like pretty good teams. They just really tried hard to lose.
I
Or
think,
not TSM's
I mean,
not a very good
I
team,
said it
but the
earlier.
other game
I
was-
think Golden Guardians is last place team, so I have to put CLG above them.
Really?
Yeah, I told you. I said that earlier. I think they're the last place team. I think CLG is down there too, but they're definitely not last.
They're literally last place. They're not.
Look, they already showed
Um,
promise. I think when Broxa comes, they'll be even better.
But Brox is not coming this weekend.
Yeah, I know, but I still
He's
think
not?
they
Okay.
showed progress. So
I'll
just
vote
saying.
Golden Guardians on that note. I think Brock.
Coin is Golden Guardians, and I said it before. I can't vote. I can't vote CLG if Wiggly's there.
Wiggly, yeah,
I
you
can't
have
do
been consistent about that. So you're
That's true.
That
Respect.
makes
I
sense.
just don't.
Respect.
He changed his name and nothing changed.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. Nothing
RJS
Like
on the
Wiggly
other hand-
versus Dardock.
RJS, he looked really good on Zoe.
Well, Golden
I will
Guardians
give him
doesn't have
credit.
Dardock. They have Iconic.
Oh right, sorry.
Right, yeah.
I was looking at it earlier and I saw Dardock. Not Dardock.
Okay.
But I still think
Iconic.
Iconic's good too, though.
Iconic is a
Iconic is good.
beast. He's like
Really
a
is.
really good amateur jungler, or rookie jungler. I am going. Let's go League Down. I'm going CLG, baby.
Yeah, see?
Let's go.
You know it. Come on.
Counter
now.
logic gaming.
Literally says Iconic's really good. He's a beast. Then he just votes the other team with Griffin on it.
You
I
can't.
died.
You can't
Oh
ever
my
guess
God.
Mitchell's direction until he actually says what he's
Mitchell
let's
doesn't
collect
know
some
what he's
points
thinking.
this week.
I don't know.
Let's
Yeah,
collect
I
some
think that's a good point. I think
Jeez.
Punch
actually,
Udyr and Skarner.
yeah. See, he doesn't know what he's thinking until it happens. Then he's like, "Oh, okay,
I
that's it."
I am just lucky IRL guys. That's all it is. It's a luck diff.
Kevin, you
It's
said
a-
Golden
it's a crit
Guardians,
dip,
right?
Crit chance.
I said Golden Guardians. It is going to be close. I agree. Like I honestly think CLG should have won at least a game and probably 2 this week. They
Yeah.
just really found a way to screw it up, and I don't think
If-
that it keeps happening. Hopefully.
It's but it's CLG though, so it
But
could.
you're voting for them, so
I know. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. Don't listen to me.
it's such a curse organization name because it's too fitting all the time.
It's
Yeah.
so it just you can meme it no matter what it is. If they win, you meme it. If they lose, you meme it. If it's a close game or a stop, you meme it. It's just a perfect name for them.
And even more counter logic to that, they're still irrelevant. Despite
Yeah.
all the memes that could be built around them.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
weird.
god, they have the worst social media management too, man.
They do.
They have the worst everything.
They
God,
really do.
why am I
honestly.
predicting them?
It's pretty bad.
Whatever.
As I said,
Truly
I-
bad logic.
Locked in.
When Broxa comes over, I will start voting for CLG.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
Pog.
enough.
I'm a man of
Poggers.
my word, and I said I can't vote for CLG. Well, they have Wiggly, and I'm sticking to that.
You have
And you know what?
inconsistency.
Finn is gonna bind his TP, so I have faith. I have faith. He's gonna look after. He looked after that game against TSM. He's like, oh, I didn't bind my TP. Shoot. Okay, I'll bind it now, and they're gonna win.
Had to be something because I don't know. He was really committed to that side lane.
God.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
All right.
that wraps it up. Pretty much, we've covered everything. You guys got any last thoughts y'all want to put before this week comes out? I mean, I really think this is more exciting for predictions because we voted way more different on more games than in the past. Last week we had a lot of similar votes. So
Yeah.
this one will be interesting because we'll definitely see
That's why
some
I did mine.
clear differences. So any last thoughts? You guys good to go?
Thank you to the XLNC for partnering with us.
Yes.
Look forward to doing more stuff together.
Yes.
We'll see you on there. You can see us on here, and yada yada. Much love.
Yeah, make sure you guys. I've been checking this out myself. I've been watching you guys on the Excellency Twitch channel and YouTube channel. Been checking out your gameplay, and I'm proud of you guys. As the league dad, I'm proud of you guys, man. Y'all are doing
Proud
great.
dad.
So it's pretty amazing, guys. Again, check out their Twitch channel. Check out their YouTube channel. You will be surprised at how good the production quality is, and it's an amateur league. It's really amazing. I'm excited to be partnered with them. But anything else? We guys good? I think that's it. So thank you again to my co-host Kevin.
I got one thing.
Oh, he's got something. What's that? What's that, Alastair?
I'm playing in one of the feature matches on Excellency on Thursday.
Thursday. What is it? Is it 7 p.m. or 9 p.m.?
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
it is either 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. Just watch it the entire time
Just
because it's
watch
gonna be
the
good
whole thing.
stuff,
It's
and
gonna be
you'll
good.
catch Alastair. He's gonna win.
The pre-show
4-0.
is so good. You
Yeah.
100% watch the pre-show.
Yeah.
Watch the pre-show. Tune in at.
Shoot,
You know,
if
just
you-
watch.
If you
just
guys
sit
are
there.
watching this during the broadcast, if this happens to be on the broadcast, then good luck on your games.
Oh, maybe you're already watching. I
Maybe
don't
you're already
know.
watching. I don't know.
Maybe we're
Look,
stupid.
Maybe we're
Yeah.
dumb. All right. Okay, well, that's going to do it. Thanks again to my co-host, Kevin, Mitchell, Alastair, for always sharing their wise insights. Guys, until next time, enjoy your climb on the Rift. Try not to be too toxic, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.